Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Pada Padme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Master, there are two signs of knowledge. First, an unshakable buddhi. In the last class we saw, buddhi is different from intellect, though we have no other way to translate in English. A little shade difference wherein concern, love, how I have to behave with the people, and every aspect of life is included in intellect. In Western context, intellect is entirely different from feelings. Now, I can create any kind of software I want. I can invent many things. I can manufacture a car, this, that and all. At physical level, I can explain anything to any person. All these we call intellect. But how shall I behave with others doesn't come into picture, which in a subtle way participate in what all I do. Because buddhi, from our childhood we have heard, in the Western intellect with an understanding. Though we translate buddhi as intellect with an understanding, welfare of all. I know how to utilize some energy, say nuclear energy. Nuclear energy I know how to utilize. I can utilize it for destruction or construction. So, buddhi, when I say, a shade of wisdom also is added. Wisdom also has limitation, but Buddhist doesn't have limitation. Wisdom is more oriented to utilization. How to behave with the others so that I am safe, I am clear. This is wisdom. But here we see it is different. It is not in that sense. It is welfare of others. Using science for the welfare of others becomes the buddhi. I am using intellect in doing so many things which are beneficial for human existence on this earth. So that buddhi is unshakable. No matter how many sorrows, afflictions, dangers and obstacles one may face with, one's mind does not undergo any change. See, no matter how many sorrows, afflictions, dangers, obstacles one may be faced with, one's mind does not undergo change. God in nature tests through these. Many people say, I love God. I love God. Do you really love God? Is your love unconditional? Suppose God puts you in most suffering place, whole body is suffering, things are going, everything in the opposite way. Will your love, faith will remain unshaken? Then it is love. When we say love, it means it is unconditional. Unconditional love. So we see unconditional love. So it never shakes. God throws. Once you accept God, whatever you want is flooding. And whatever you renounce, it's flooding you. You don't lack anything. And with all things coming, praises, this, that, favorable conditions of life, everything, prosperity is coming, he is not shaken. When people start blaming, they are not happy with you, all things are going wrong, and then bodily condition also deteriorating day by day, serious diseases come, great losses takes place, a day comes when you have nothing to eat. His faith and love doesn't shake. That kind of faith, how much firm his intellect is. Oh, doesn't matter. I accept it joyfully. That is the faith, that is the love. It is like the blacksmith's anvil, which receives constant blows from the hammer and still remains unshaken. In Sanskrit, that anvil is called sthanu. Sthanu is what never shakes. How the red hot iron is placed on the anvil and huge hammer strikes it, dun, dun. It calmly. A Christian saint says, if you are a hammer, strike. If you are an anvil, receive. So either it will be one of those. He will be like anvil. Which receives constant blows from hammer and still remains unshaken. And second is manliness, very strong grit. Bulldog tenacity, they say. Bulldog tenacity. The grit, in Sanskrit, grit is called dhriti. In Bhagavad Gita, dhriti is explained beautifully, the three states of sattva, rajas, tamas, dhriti. That is, once an idea enters into his mind, till it is fulfilled, he will never leave it. Dhriti sas, partha, satviki. Partha, that dhriti is, which holds on till the fruit of the action is received. Chases it. I have seen many people in ashrama also and in monasteries where all I lived. They have one tendency to run behind and see that whatever they are getting, expecting that end is reached. They want to build something, a hospital or a school. How much of problems they have to face. For every pie you have to go and beg. And all that. Chasing. How many doors they tap. And then, as it comes up, all others will be wondering, he himself will be thanking God. So that efforts till the aphalodaya karmana, aphalodaya, till the fruit is, I'll start putting some seeds. Next day I may water, third day I may water. But after that I may neglect it. No. He goes on watering, he goes on taking care of that plant till the fruit comes out. When the fruit is in his hand, he feels so happy because my efforts have not ended. It has begun to give fruit. Fruit always contains a seed. That seed is going to continue. Generation is going to continue. Whatever he has done, he is going to continue. The nature, the traditions, the customs, the way of life, everything is going to continue. That's why always excellence in everything is expected of a man. Exemplary life, by living which a man can manifest his inner divinity. Second is manliness, very strong grit. If lust and anger injure a man, he must renounce them once for all. If a tortoise once tucks its limbs, it won't put them out again, though you may cut into 4 pieces. How the sanyama, lust and anger, if they injure a man, he must renounce them once for all. What gives pain? See, Sri Ramakrishna gives the example of a camel. It goes and eats thorny bushes, and its mouth is bleeding, yet it goes on eating. Another example, Mahabharata, there is a story. A man is going, he is running, he is moving in the forest, he sees a tiger. The moment he sees tiger, he thinks, oh, my life is gone. Then only way he has to is to, he cannot attack, he cannot fight, he doesn't have anything, he doesn't have knack, he doesn't have anything. He starts running away. Flee or fight, only 2 alternatives we have. He starts running away like any animal. If he can, fight, otherwise flee, run away. So he starts running. The tiger simply, it is like walking for it. If a man runs, he chases slowly. And then finally he sees he is on the edge of a well. He has come in the well. He sees, he wants to cross that well and go. But the diameter is very large that he cannot reach that. He sees in it, just behind is tiger chasing. Immediately he just sees it is full of snakes inside. Number of snakes are, venomous snakes are there. A tree, its roots are hanging. He sees that banyan tree whose roots are hanging over the well. He catches them and just takes a jump to go to the other side. But he cannot reach, he comes back. He will be hanging in the center. Below, if he leaves the hand, he falls amidst the snakes. If he doesn't leave, tiger is behind. It may catch him any time. He wants to climb up, holding those roots. He's trying to climb little by little, pulling his body up. He can reach the tree. He's trying, and then you see, he sees a honeycomb. A bird is with beak, it is picking. It wants to drink the honey. Honey is dripping from top. In that, he is trying to, that honey drops, he wants to lick that, put it in their mouth. He is stretching his tongue to catch those honey drops. This is man's state in the world. Death is waiting behind. Every moment we are moving towards death. He is not aware. I am moving towards a death. He is doing everything, but movement is towards the death. A day is going to come, end the life. What he has to achieve? He has to achieve. And the roots, 2 rats are cutting. One black rat and one white rat. They are cutting the roots. He's going to fall. In any case, his death is certain. If tiger catches also, if the root is totally cut also, he falls in the well where snakes are there. Only way is before the rats cut the roots, he has to reach the branch and hold on to the branch. Death is waiting from all sides, and only way is to transcend the nature and go beyond. But he is interested in just taking a honey drop. He wants to enjoy the world amidst the death. So here we see Sri Ramakrishna is telling, lust and greed, anger, injure a man, he must renounce them once for all. It is clear in his mind that enough is enough. So far is enough. I have to know, because life is going. How long to go? And does it end with the end of life? Fall of body? No. It is going to continue. Man suffers and dies to begin again. Not to end. Death is not the end of life. It is beginning of continue. It's going to continue after a small gap with a new body, new mind. So that we see is having a beautiful, this one, renounce them, tortoise, how to, that sanyama, exercise sanyama. Renounce means not throwing away and running away. Be with all, be in the same self-control. Exercise. This is called sanyama. There are 2 aspects of sanyama, is not to indulge but to retract from the enjoyments. That is with sanyama. And another sanyama is to get associated with the right thing. Mind doesn't want to go to the good things. It wants to go. Nature of the water is always to flow down, never to go up, unless the sunshine takes it up by evaporating it and giving a beautiful picture in the sky as clouds. So the nature is to go down, to put a brake and divert it is sanyama. Now the 2 aspects, one is to dissociate from the enjoyments. Your mind cannot stay empty. It has to be associated with something divine. Love God, dissociate. Jagate virag, bhagavane anurag. Dispassion towards the world and deep, passionate attachment for God. This constitutes the renunciation. When Sri Ramakrishna uses the term renunciation, it is not throwing away and running away. It is to be where God has kept you, but cultivate not detachment, but dispassion. You are not getting involved. If it is there, all right. If it is not there, also all right. Becoming virakta, viraga. Viraga is dispassion. No attachments, no enjoyments, no possession. Leave it. Release your rope with which you are holding it. Release it. So that is dispassion. We are holding to so many things with grip. Release of that grip is I am not going away, I am not throwing away, I am releasing the rope with which I am holding them. And then same services, same thing, what I was doing, I will be doing. How? Through dispassion. I do all things with great love. Offer it, this becomes a sadhana. You are where you are, but you cultivate dispassion. So this, Sri Ramakrishna calls it Vairagya, renunciation. Renunciation means two aspects of renunciation. One is Jagate Virag, Bhagavane Anurag, dispassion towards the world and passionate attachment for God. If they bite, how much strong it will be, your renunciation is, if a tortoise once tucks its limbs, it won't put them out again, though you may cut it into 4 pieces. Tortoise. To Thakur Dada and others, there are 2 kinds of renunciation, intense and feeble. Feeble renunciation is slow process. One moves in a slow rhythm. Intense renunciation is like a sharp edge of a razor. It cuts the bondage of Maya easily at once. One is slowly. Many times I see here, they don't keep knife. They have to cut rope now and then. They go to a stone, they go on rubbing it. It gets cut. Anywhere, any little rough surface, you take a rope and rub few times, it will get cut. Other is just have a knife, sharp knife, just touch, it cuts. Like that. Now, renunciation, little by little, just like we learn offering ourselves to God by just offering an incense stick first, then a flower somewhere, getting a flower every day and keeping it at the feet of God. Then a little more sacrifice, because this is not going to give me anything, I am spending only. Then offering done, offering, food prepared, offering to God. All these things, little by little, then puja celebrations, people calling, this, that, a ceremony is going on, rituals and all. He has to sacrifice money, strength, people, all this, what all he has to offer there. And it demands, everything demands. Time, energy, and all your mind you have to apply so that the fruits come out. So here, when the tortoise was, there are 2 kinds of intense and feeble. One by one we start, then last will be self-offering. Only self-offering was needed, but I cannot give myself totally at once. So the small giving begins with an incense stick every day, which costs few pies, and then slowly last, what more shall I give? I give myself to you. That self-offering comes last. It may take years together. In some people with that sankalpa, with that resolution, I have to give myself to God. It may take many lives. See, renunciation, we are all sannyasis and brahmacharis here in the ashrama. In Sharda Foundation, there are Matajis and brahmacharinis. They all have renounced and come. That renunciation, giving up, we see at once. With all prospects, nothing they lack. There is no problem also. But they don't want to Their mind doesn't go to the enjoyments of the world. It wants to sacrifice. Oh, these are children's play. What is there in eating and drinking and living like that? Let me sacrifice my life for higher ideals now. Let me realize God. Let me serve all these people who are in danger and difficulty. So that heart, at once they tear away and come. Many people after coming also, they find difficult to maintain that renunciation. There we see feeble renunciation slowly moves. Maybe few people take long time to they reserve themselves a little. Some amount of reservation keeps them limited. Without reservation. I must give myself without any reservation for myself, nothing. But we are afraid to give our whole 100% of myself to God. So we restrict, control. I may give myself 10%, 20%, 15%, then slowly 25%. 100% may give, I am no more there. My individuality, my identity, my personality, everything is offered forever. I am divine child of divine mother. So that aspect it comes to. So renunciation, there are two. At once, thought came, left hand came away. Oh, God will take care of everything. If I am dead, what will they do? Nothing. House people, all will be done. They will immediately take care of themselves. I saw a husband and wife in the forest area, and the wife was totally dependent on husband. She never did anything independently. To go to shop or buying vegetables, she would take husband. If he is not there, she will manage without vegetables, but never go alone out after marriage. Years passed, children were there. Same dependence, same this one. Everyone was thinking, what will she do? Suppose the husband is transferred or here or there, what will she do? Like that, to that extent. To write a letter, she is dependent on husband. But husband passed away most unexpectedly. Immediately, slowly within a year, she could take the responsibility of the whole family and lead. We think, everyone thinks that person is indispensable. Nobody is indispensable here. Nature is governing. God is ruling. Nothing short, nothing to be worried, nothing to be bothered. Everything goes on smoothly if I am not there. It is only our Brahma, wrong thinking, that we may be able to fulfill. So that renunciation doesn't wait for anything to happen. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.